Okay, guys, good morning, everyone. How are you, ladies? Okay, so today has been crazy. This whole weekend has been crazy. So I have like a million things to do today. A million. I wrote a list last night. It added up to like 20 things. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So on top of what my schedule I set up for last week, just the normal stuff that I like to do that I'm intentional about, I've had like 20 different things pop up. And this is usually how my week ends up. I usually have like one thing after another that will come up that will try to throw me off schedule. So I'm like, all right, so slow down. That's number one. Just slow down. So if you ladies are going through this is what I do if it will help you. I'm like, just slow down. So yesterday was church, a movie, and then I was like, yeah, I got to get my, vehicle registered today. I need to print out insurance cards. The tire's flat on one of them we noticed yesterday. So I'm like, oh, shoot, now I got to get that done. So meanwhile, I'm like, okay, so I've got to also work on work, and I applied to a bunch of jobs. So last night on a Sunday night, I was talking to people about getting going today with work. I'm like, I just cannot wait for this background check to come through, at this place that's very particular. It came through pretty fast in Colorado, but I'm like, I just can't wait, I got to get work. So, so meanwhile, Saturday, my husband did not put money in the account. He's off having fun and not taking care of responsibilities. He has a responsibility as a husband, right? It's to take care of his family. So I had to call the bank this morning and I'm like, look, what's going on with my account? I had to borrow money Saturday from one of my sons to take care of the food. I mean, Saturday, like last minute, I'm like, shoot, there's no pantry open. What are we doing for dinner tonight? I mean, I did have something in the refrigerator, but I'm like, this is the day that I usually try to plan things. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to try to figure this out. And then I had gone to get the vehicle, but she didn't have the title. She said that she left it at home so nobody would like take it from her. So she's like, I'll be right back. And we waited like, 45 minutes and she's like, I can't find it. And I'm like, well, we're going to have to go and forget the whole vehicle thing. So I'm like, if you can find it, call me and we'll go from there. So it was at that time I was praying and I'm like, God, I have nothing for food because I can't depend on my husband. There's no food pantry open. We needed drinks. We were starting to get a little sick with sore throats. My other son was sick on Friday really bad. And I'm like, what am I going to do here? And so my other son's like, look, we wheeled and dealed. And he's like, okay, I'm like, you need to, my minor's like, going to drive pretty soon. I'm like, why don't we do this? So we had already made a deal before for interest that this vehicle would be for him mostly. So it's just in my name right now until he's 18 and then it's being passed on to him. So he's taking care of the money side of it. And then I'm like, okay, why don't I add on another amount of money to take care of the food too, to take care of the registration and everything. So at that same time that I'm like, God, what do you want me to do here? He just opened up the door and it was, don't worry about the food pantry. I had gotten the vehicle, go get food at Walmart, which I did. I got bags behind me. And then today I have to go do all this. So I couldn't depend on my husband. So that was another, wrench in the spokes, so to say.